Hola guys, it's Terabytes. Just getting everything set up. Let's see if you can see me or not. Well, hopefully you can't see me, you just see me. Okay, it says I'm live. Okay, now I can see things. Again, it's hard to see the chat, so I'll have to go back and forth. I'm going to start out doing Sagittarius's monthly reading because it's their birthday month, they get to go first. And then I'm going to do like one personal reading for someone because I have some quiche in the oven and yeah, sorry, fluff's getting in the way. All right. Hey guys, Australia. I think you must be the Australian that comes in here all the time. Sorry, I'm going to cover it for a second. Sad, yeah. So Tori, you're happy. Hi Sabrina. Okay, so I got two people from Australia. Okay, sorry, it took me a while to see that because, yeah. It's really hard to see this, you guys, I promise. I'm not just being difficult. Oh, I can zoom in. Awesome. Okay, so I'm looking at the video right now. I'm doing Sagittarius first. Hold on. The cat's trying to kill himself by eating plastic. I'm not sure what that's from. Alright, so Sagittarians I've already cut and shuffled. I want to see what's coming out for you guys for Happy birthday, Sagittarians, for those of you I've missed, and for those of you coming up. Oh, alright. So it stood upright. We have the Fool. Boy, did he take a journey. My goodness. And then he ended up writing his card. This is a really good card to have. I like to see him in the upright. Let's keep going. Hope everybody's had a good, long Thanksgiving break. I have to go back to school tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of you already had to go back to work, but if not, you got to go back tomorrow just like I do, depending on what day it is for you. The Five of Wands. Okay, interesting. Let's see what else we get. I think I did that myself, but I'm going to look at it. Okay. I'll just, if it pops out again, or if it pops out at all, really, then I'll make note of it. Okay. The Nine of Swords reversed. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I think I did that myself, but... The Tower. Okay, I need another card for the Tower. We got two major arcana. The Fool and the Tower. To you, it's in reverse, but I'm seeing it upright. Okay. So, Sagittarians are something you're not seeing. You've been so blissful and so happy and so ignorant in a bad way. Or, I guess, a nice way. You're not ignorant as in racist or something of that nature. But all the while, something's been going on and you've been having your back to it. You haven't wanted to confront it, but I feel like you're on the verge of it. Or you just haven't noticed it's a nightmare yet. You haven't woken up and seen it. Tower will come in about this. I would like to see it in this way. So you guys, maybe it is in reverse, but I'm seeing it this way. And earlier, what came out, which has not come out yet, is the Sun reversed. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups reversed. Turn this down a little. So to me, this indicates an affair or somebody who does not want to get together or work together. But to you, everything was working fine. You were all happy and good. And I would look at your comments, but I can't. Not right now, anyway. So I want to clarify some things. We have three major arcana, so something pretty big. Make sure I have it in the right spot. Yeah. So why is the Fool here for Sagittarians? You could be dealing with a Pisces, but that's only a possibility. Okay, it came out in the reverse. I thought this card was going to come out when I said not working together, Three of Cups reversed, because you have the Three of Pentacles reversed. And these are all upright. I mean, I double checked. I look at the bottom of the deck just to make sure. So somebody's not reaching out. Somebody's not working together. Three of Pentacles reversed. Also, to me, this is another sign of an affair. For some people, this could be about work, just not working with your coworkers. But you haven't yet realized how bad the situation is. If you have a hint of it, I just feel like it's being obscured from you. But I feel like the Tower is going to come in. And yes, it's going to feel pretty dramatic, but it's actually for your good because you're just not seeing it. There may be somebody that you don't need to reach out to, or you're not reaching out for help. You're just not aware. Because Three of Pentacles is somebody in the spotlight, but in reverse, it's not in the spotlight. And that could also be why I saw the Sun reversed earlier. Which technically, if you think about a Sun reversed, it's kind of like the Moon in a way, like the opposite. Now this one wanted to come out in reverse too, but it popped out in the upright. Yeah, I've got them all in the right position. This is creepy. Okay. So Seven of Cups is being confused, not seeing something. being a little daydreamy like the Fool. But in reverse, it says coming to reality. So I do think eventually you'll come to reality about this situation. This was like an overall, I didn't pick a particular card. And Seven of Cups is a temptation card, which makes me think somebody has lots of options, and you're not aware that you have to compete with somebody or others in general. Why is the Five of Wands here? Wait, I'm just going to let it pop. That way I can't get in trouble for what pops out. Alright, let's see here. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, this is Tower reversed. You're trying to avoid some kind of a disaster. We have rebuild in reverse, right? And this is the building a foundation card, the Three of Pentacles. And it's not being built. So maybe somebody promised that they weren't going to be that way again, or you'd be able to rebuild something together, but then it just didn't happen. Tower reversed tells me that the innocent really get hurt in this situation, and the person responsible gets away with it. But don't worry, that tower's turning right side up, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's coming. It's for your good. Okay, so don't fear the tower. Why is the Nine of Swords reversed here? I like the Nine of Swords because not only are you not seeing or facing up to something, but in reverse, you're going to see it. It hints. It's like it foreshadows that you're going to see. And then the Tower sometimes has a revelation. It's an insight. Okay, you'd be dealing with a Cancer. But this is the Chariot card. It says move. I was wondering about if this was going to be about a move for some of you guys, because we had the Tower, and that can hint at relocation, moving houses, and we had the Three of Pentacles. But I was waiting for this card to come out, which is the Chariot. And that's what the Nine of Swords is about. And it's right stuck between two towers. I know you can't really see it, but making me think that you're relocating. But there's something about the relocation. You may be relocating because you were living with somebody and not getting along. So for instance, if this was a roommate, you move out because you're not getting along. If this is a partner, whether married or not, I feel like you'd be moving out because they were deceitful, or just it was a bad relationship, you were always fighting. But the cards are advising you to keep your balance with the situation. Yeah, it's not very fun. So we have another 7 card. And keep moving forward is what I'm seeing, because this tells me you still have direction. You still have somewhere to go. Yeah, move. It's like keep moving. But also I think you are going to move. Okay. I want to see what comes on the other side underneath the Tower. Oh goodness. You guys, I can't read all those cards. I'm sorry. I didn't even get to finish answering question. Okay. I just saw the Nine of Cups reversed, but I turned it upright when I put it in the deck because they're all supposed to be upright. So you have a shot. Okay. I said it in my head. I didn't say it out loud. You have the Fool again, which is the Tower. So you're getting a new beginning. You're having to let go completely of your old way of life, your old cycle, old relationship, job, whatever it is, your old house, and start completely over again. This time, I mean, the Tower's coming in because you were a little bit naive is what I'm seeing, not foolish, okay? And the situation's calling for you to trust that this Tower situation needed to happen, okay? It's not some kind of a punishment. And you're basically starting over again. And it's a good thing. I think you're starting over if it's a job, you're starting over if it's a relationship, a house. Maybe actually be traveling, because the Fool can be a traveling card. I had a feeling this was going to come because I thought I saw it. Some of you are dealing with a Scorpio, but otherwise it's just releasing the past, releasing the old. So if you're dealing with a Pisces, you have water signs in here. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, pretty much those are the people you're dealing with. One could be, unfaithful with you, to you. Yeah, unfaithful to you. With one of these other signs, could be coworkers. But I feel like whatever may hurt you, you're going to come out of it pretty easily. But I do feel like there's a whole new identity coming for you. You're just going to release it and move on. Because yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's actually all still for the Tower, sorry. Two of Cups. You got more coming in. It says coming together. So you have to release something in order for something else to come in. And then some of you, just an odd shoot off, because I know there's a few people who are going to be watching this. A few, just a couple. Some of you are asking your partner, possibly a Scorpio, to release someone else so you guys can come together. Okay. However, I do feel like there is a breakup coming. It's imminent. You've been trying to stave it off. I think you've been working really hard at it, and you've been kind of ending like it's working when it's really not. That Three of Pentacles reversed. And you just haven't wanted to face it. I don't understand. That can be very tough. And the thing is, they have been unfaithful. This could be you as well, okay? But there's not a whole lot in here about that. And so while I do think some people are facing that, some of you are just facing it. The others of you, well, I'm not saying you're facing it. It's coming up for you, or it's happening now, or it's happened but you haven't found out yet. Others of you, it's more like they're contemplating being unfaithful, or it's an emotional affair, especially with this moon over here. If you've been fighting, they'd be confiding in somebody else, coming together with someone else. Let's see what this moon's about. What is this moon for? I'm surprised it's coming after the Tower, you know? I do feel like this is telling you it's a rite of passage. You just had to go through it. Okay, that might come out. Eight of Pentacles. This dedicated effort. And the thing that I think is hilarious is you guys got this before, so I'm thinking it's going to come up again, okay? Some of you just aren't able to let go of this relationship quite yet. Okay, no judgment. I said it's hilarious, but it's not. I'm just saying because it's coming up again. Some of you guys are going to try and make this work again. Dedicated effort. Eight of Pentacles, working hard and being committed. And so here, with the Tower not being rebuilt in reverse, well here, technically that would be rebuild upright. And so I think you're going to try and fix this. But the thing is, it's going to take both parties. And so that's probably why you're having to come together. And when I saw the Sun in reverse, and then I have the Moon in here, both of those cards talk about the need to move on. And I do see somebody needing to move on. And that in itself takes some dedicated effort for those of you who aren't planning to make it work. That just moving on in itself. Also kind of, I feel like somebody's over and over again trying to keep themselves in an illusion. Again, another clarifier. To me, Eight of Pentacles is over and over again. I just feel like there's a lot of secrets. Okay. Yeah, I say that, and then Four of Pentacles comes up, which is the secret card, especially with the Moon in here. Somebody's trying hard to keep an illusion going, or they're trying hard to keep in order to keep a relationship going. But what I'm really seeing here is it needs to be. Why do you guys keep getting this reading? But the advice is open up. So talk to them about it. Because normally Four of Pentacles is closed off. However, this may not be you. This may be the person you're with, because I have given readings to Scorpios where their advice is to open up. See, Four of Pentacles is holding on to an expired relationship. And here this says release. So Sagittarians, whomever you are with, I'm not seeing it's abusive or anything. I'm just seeing it's not right. So your advice is to release and let go. And it could be because this person's just they're very secretive and they hold secrets. They keep things from you. And your advice is to kind of let them go because they open up to you, but it's not happening right now. However, because the Moon is right next to the Tower, it could be the illusion, the secret, the mental illness, whatever it might be with the Moon, your drugs. That might be like the revelation you get, and it just happens to be after the Tower, because it helps to clarify it, even though I didn't pull it as a clarifier. And especially if you're dealing with a Scorpio, that card was down over here, and their advice was to open up about something, and that's where the Four of Pentacles came out at. You have to open up about something like that. On the bottom of the deck, we have Manifest, the Magician. So you can make all this happen. You can rebuild. You can make this person happen, but I feel like there is some manipulation going on, just because it's the image of the Magician, even though he's not reversed. He just manipulates things, and you see he's kind of making a heart. So you're trying to make love happen, but I'm not saying you guys don't love each other. To me, this is all about people who are in a relationship. I don't have anything for single Sagittarius, although I think you're gonna be single pretty soon. So, but you may give it one last go. However, I think it's just an illusion that you can keep it going as well. Especially if this person does have an issue, you may not be able to help them. I want to lay out some Lenormand cards for you. Yeah, see what we get. It's a little bluebird deck. I got it at a store the other day. I really like it. And it has little poems that rhyme. And it's fortune telling, so some of it depends on where the cards are. I don't really know it well enough to do that yet. I just look and see what they mean when you have them together as best as I can, because it is still new to me. But I like the poems and the fact that it can more used for prediction. And these, of course, they don't have anything to do with right side up or inverse. I think I'm just going to do about 5 cards. Now here, if we get a gentleman or a lady, it's going to be for either gender, just because there's lots of people. So we have birds. I like birds. It goes with the 7 of Swords. So again, there's different meanings. Yep. Snake. You know, in a reading I did yesterday, Scorpios got that. And then it was right next to Sagittarians. And I said, Scorps and Sagittarians, you know, one of you is the snake for each other. So I'm not sure who's who, but it's coming out, you guys. And we have the Queen of Wands in there and the snake. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's you, Sag. I'm just saying it has to do with you. Mice. Yeah, these are thieves, robbers. Not necessarily literally, but could be. And you know what snakes eat. They also eat birds, too. Goodness, this is crazy. Okay, sorry. Let's get 2 more. Dare I get 2 more, guys? The birds is pretty nice, but it can depend on other cards. So I really feel like you need to fly above the situation. That one wanted to come out. Garden. Okay. Let's see here. There's a snake in your garden, guys. Or you're the snake, one of the two. I'm not going to say it's one or the other, because different people... Oh, you guys get an extra card. Fox and key. But you know foxes are sly, right? And the key is something that's destined. So again, I see that rite of passage I was talking about. We don't have a lady or a gentleman. Well, it's on the bottom. Nope. Okay. So I'm going to have to guess the snake is going to be your card. Okay? And the only reason I'm saying that is because we have the Queen of Wands here. And that's a fire sign. I would normally see that as a Sagittarius woman. Or just in general. Okay, so with the birds, it is the 7 of Swords whenever you look at the playing card. Okay. Birds bring a message full of cheer. This card falls distant, all is not clear. Whatever the outcome, remain without fear. Woes will be brief when the birds disappear. So, whatever is going to be bad, I see you getting over it quickly, like I said earlier, okay? Alright, and it is, to me, it's next to you, just because of that card. Have the snake. Vile is the serpent who lulls with a bite. Be not indulgent or slow to the fight. Flee every moment, she turns on the charm. This poised opponent will bring harm. Okay. Next one is mice. The robber mice take your treasure. Inside the house they steal with pleasure. Hope's not foregone when this card is near. Once the mice are gone, you regain what is dear. Okay, so both these animal cards next to the snake, say if it's near you, then everything's good. It'll turn back good once everything leaves. Once the birds leave and once the mice leave. And it is next to you on either side. So there's something that has to go for you to be happy. And I'm thinking it's whatever the past is. It might be, well, the Scorpio, for instance, which is the release. It might be anybody else. It might be the other person. And whatever's going on there. But for now, there's a snake in your garden. Okay. The gardens entreat, to a party you'll go. New friends will arrive and romance flow. Life's to be enjoyed with nature all around. In this verdant setting, beauty and peace abound. Okay, I like that one. So that must be the peace after the storm. Then we have the fox. The fox is sly, a friend is too. Might be an inside job, guys. Someone tried to deceive you. Wily glances, I think it's renard, some French word. The renard snaps. Evade deception and beware old traps. So you may get rid of these people and you have peace in the garden. You go to a concert, wedding, parties, you meet somebody, and there's potential there. You have peace of mind. And then they try to come back, slither in like a fox instead of a snake. But then the last one is key. Inspiration unlocks the door. Solutions are the key to success and more. Miracles and insight are easy to trace. Once the final piece tumbles into place. I want to see what yours is. Maybe birds could also be gossip, okay? Especially if they're 7 of Swords. So there'd be some gossip around you. But I think the gossip have some truth to it, okay? Somebody's trying to steal your joy. I don't think it's a literal stealing. And I do feel like you need to defend yourself. We have 3 7s with that snake, the bird, and the mice. We have, it says 12, but it's a 7 of Swords. We have snake, which is 7. And then we have the mice, which is 7 of wands. That's being defensive. It's also having lots of things come at you at once, whether it's rumors, offers, and just predators. And then that 7 as the snake could correspond to the 7 as the chariot in our tarot cards, which could be the Cancer, perhaps, is the snake in your garden. Let's see what your advice. I want to know what this key. High Priestess. So yeah, possibly mistress, but also just a holding back. I feel the need for you to be calm in the situation, which I did see with the chariot earlier. So I do see the 9 of Cups in the reverse again. Somebody's being selfish, but I'm also seeing that somebody doesn't have as many options as they think. I'm not sure if somebody's trying to hold that over your head. But also, I don't think you're sure of yourself anymore, like you were when you were the Fool. That's 2 cards, guys. I just saw those 2 cards. Get some advice for you. I think you should be more selfish and think about yourself as well. Also feel the need to be sober and vigilant. Yep. And I do think you're moving. I think you're going to move. You're going to find that house you want. You're going to be able to work together and see eye to eye with someone. But it's going to happen after the birds and the mice leave. However, there is somebody who wants to do you harm. Now, who that is, whether it's your partner, an outside party, that's going to be up to the individual. I do see you need to work together. And I feel like you're moving. All right, let's see. I'm going to do one reading and then I'm going to have to go because my quiche, I do not wish for it to burn. All right, Sagittarius, so I hope you're happy. Yes, Pisces could have been in there, Lala, because we had the moon. I like to think of these readings as not being in the past, as if they're present or coming up for you. All right, Moody Blue, what is your question? I'm only doing Sagittarian tonight, and then I'm doing one personal. Sagittarians, this is their month for, and then I'm doing one personal for someone. And it was Moody Blue. So Moody Blue, give me, guessing you're a Cancer. Give me your sign, the question. If there's another person, give me their sign too. I grew up in Memphis, so I think that's a cool name too, just Moody Blues. Will your relationship change soon? Okay. Do you have their sign, and possibly, if you're not a Cancer, what your sign is? Cancer and Gemini. Oh, my heart, Moody Blues. Okay. All right. I don't know by now. I don't think water signs and air signs go together, but no judgment. I'm just being silly. All right, so let's see what we can get for. Oh, your rising is Gemini? Okay, that makes it work a little better. Yeah, I think I have one air sign, and moon, I'm a Libra. My sun sign is Cancer. So Cancer, Gemini, will your relationship soon? Glad I put Quiche on a low setting. Well, yeah, you're going to have a big change. You're going to be King of Cups in reverse here, unless he has Scorpio or another water sign in his chart very prominently. But I feel like you feel very defensive, kind of overwhelmed emotionally, and it's coming to a change. We don't have a whole lot of cards indicating. Well, we don't have matching cards that indicate breakup. But if I were just talking about a relationship and I saw the Tower, I'm seeing a big transformative change. Yeah, there we go. Of course, those mean the same thing, but I want to get another card on the other side of the Tower to see what's coming up. But King of Cups reversed, no bueno. All right, so there may be a change in perspective of what's going on. The Tower can be an end. I think somebody's going to get a new perspective on the situation. And to me, this is a separation that's delayed. So you're either going to break up temporarily or you don't break up. However, you may decide to forgive this person, and that's why it's a temporary breakup. But again, I'm seeing kind of a limbo here. So if it's a breakup, it's short term or it's delayed. There's some kind of a perspective that somebody needs to see, and it's coming. In fact, it hits you all at once. and it could just turn you upside down. I mean, it could very well make you feel depressed with that King of Cups reversed, but you'll come out of it. I do want to caution you on not going back to somebody just because, of being alone or sad, okay? On the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. So we have Seven of Swords and Seven of Wands, which makes me think maybe some kind of misinformation, and everybody's trying to come at you at once. Again, there is something you're not sure of, and that's because somebody's being sneaky, or somebody come back to you like sneakily. They just sneak their way back in. I do want to get some clarifications. If there's a third party, okay, in the situation, you still end up being broken up in a more permanent way. This could just be you taking yourself out of that third party situation. And this is you leaving with your integrity. And that Seven of Wands could be that person having lots of people. And I don't like to see King of Cups for you because you're not a man. In personal readings, the gender applies. So he has to have water somewhere in his chart that is really, possibly even his Venus sign. This tells me a promiscuous man, really. But I have to go with what I know, so. Oop. Oh, wow. This came out in reverse, and it's not even supposed to, so it must have flipped. Eight of Swords reversed. Yeah, you're going to get out. You're going to see this person for who they truly are. You're not going to be that victim anymore. You're going to take yourself out. You know something right now, but I feel like there is something else that you don't know, okay? I don't know what it is, but you're going to be taken out of it. And we have Seven of Swords and Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords reverse, let's go back to Seven of Swords, which we have. So if you're in doubt, this to me is their true nature. And I just saw this when I picked it up, Eight of Pentacles reversed, which is saying not putting in the effort anymore. I feel like you are going to walk away. And you're just removing yourself from heartbreak and any other third-party situations. All right, see, why is the King of Cups reversed here? Oop. All right, so we have love. Could be dealing with another Gemini, but there is definitely a love triangle going on. And that's why this person's reversed. They're promiscuous and, yeah, sorry. I hate to say that to another Cancer, but what's going on? And I think it could affect you still emotionally, obviously, even though that's a male. Maybe that he's wanting somebody on a more permanent basis who's not you. And honestly, if you just go ahead and, leave, you kind of leave with all your swords, and you only leave 2 swords as opposed to all of the swords. You know what I mean? You kind of cut your losses and go. Yeah, we have Ace of Wands. That's a fair card. You add it to the Seven of Wands. That's 8 of Wands, and I feel like you need to get out of there fast, pretty much. As well as the Tower's going to hit you pretty hard. But there is new vitality. You will have this new life after it happens. I really don't want you hanging around, okay? Yeah. Maybe this is just saying that you've been holding on for a while, as opposed to this being in the future. Right, let me get you some Lenormand, and then I'll have to head out, guys. I wonder if the snake's going to pop up this time. But you're going to be the Eight of Swords reversed, so you'll be fine. In order to be the Eight of Swords reversed, you're going to have to be the Seven of Swords, which is leaving. Honestly, it looks like to me like you won't even tell them you're leaving, you're just leaving. And it might be a shock to them. But if they come crawling back, to me, they're perfect. All right. I can smell quiche, guys. Oh, okay. I'm gonna. It's been minutes since I started. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah. So we have Birch Rod, which is also called the Whip. Birch rod brings strife to what should be bliss. To husband and wife, all has gone amiss. Prepare for sorrows that dampen the day, begotten of quarrels that bring much dismay. I'm not saying you're married, but it could just be, a relationship. Then, of course, we have Dog, which is loyalty. So this is what you want. It's not what you have. It's also the Knight of Cups, which we saw earlier, which is what you would get if you want to go back and watch that later once it uploads. Knight of Cups was your outcome, is what you're getting, just not with this particular person. Man's best friend, faithful and true, his soul he'd lend is trust to you. No, his soul he'd lend in trust to you. A pat on the head delights the old boy and rewards you greater with loyalty and joy. So you want dog, and not dog as in he's a dog. And then we have the 9 of Wands with the fox, which means have your guard up. Because, they've hurt you before with that head injury the 9 of Wands shows. Fox is sly, a friend is too. Someone tried to deceive you. Wily glances, the Renard snaps, whatever. Looks like Renard, if you can guys see that, I don't know. Whatever, it snaps. Evade deception. Yep. And beware old traps. See, this was what Sagittarians had earlier. Alright. So that's what I'm seeing for you. Oh, and on the bottom we have the Sun, which is the Ace of Swords, so it's cutting them out, getting to the truth. But it says the sun is warm and brightens the day. Good luck has begun to come your way. The closer your location, you bask in sweet bliss. Energy abounds in summer's radiant kiss. So the sun's coming. It's also that revelation, everything coming into light and having a good time. So yes, you're going to have a relationship change, but it's going to come from you. Okay? All right. But if Cups is coming, it's coming. Or maybe that was for Sagittarians. Oh dear. I think that was for Sagittarians, wasn't it? I'm getting readings all confused now, guys. All right. So because I got that a little confused, I will read you a postcard. Then I'm going to have to go. These aren't really meant to be shuffled, so. I'm starting to like these postcards more than I did before. Alright, so this one flew out for you. I can't read it because the text is not there's no contrast. Dear you, oh my, things are stirred up and change is upon you. Oh, that's creepy. This is cause for celebration. See? Okay. No need to be nervous, but know that it's okay to be afraid when faced with the uncertainties of life. Funny thing is that courage doesn't get mustered in the absence of fear, rather in spite of it, or even because of it. Step into the unknown now. Let go of the branch you are clinging to, and let Spirit take the wheel and help steer you to your highest good and most wonderful adventure. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. Leave the rest up to us. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. Remember what philosopher Joseph Campbell said? Take one step toward the gods. Well, take one step toward God, and they will take toward you. We're all doing the Destiny Cha-Cha on your behalf. That's right. Don't be afraid to dance. Loving you always. All right, so that was a nice card. Keep your chin up. Yeah, that's right, Cat Kelly. All right, guys, I'm going to have to go. I got quiche. Y'all don't want me to lose quiche and it burn, right? That'd be so sad. I'd be sad forever because that's breakfast. All right, guys, be happy. And let me make sure I'm cutting this completely off. All right, so yeah, be happy. And good luck, Moody Blues.